Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft building video. My name is biglyShronk and today we are going to be building a lighthouse. I was out flying around in the world and I found this very beautiful. Did have to do some, shaving down, but this nice ledge here, and I think, a lighthouse would go perfect here. So let's get started. We have I'm thinking about doing like a very traditional lighthouse, but I kinda want to plan it out first. So I'm thinking if I make it pretty big. That might be a bit too big, you think? Nah, it's fine. And then here's another thing I'm actually planning on doing for the first time. Is a diagonal house. Which might be a bit more difficult because of the fact that I don't have a lot of space to work with, which is fine. But if I did the house part of the lighthouse... Perfect. That might work. And say, like, if I made the door somewhere in here somewhere. I think that'd be cool. So here's, like, the overall shape I have. I'm gonna terraform this just a little bit more, just to make it look nicer. Maybe... something like that. I have the random tick speed to, like... 225, I think. Yeah, it, like, goes away very, very quickly. Alright, I think that's good. However, I'm going to start with the lighthouse itself, okay? My plan is a lot of stone. A lot of different types of stone. I'm thinking of splitting it up between the cracked stone, the mossy stone, the regular stone, and even some cobblestone in there as well, and some mossy cobblestone as well. So start with just the base. Oh, jeez, what? There we go. And if we take this up about, I want to say 5 blocks. I think that's good. Ooh. I don't know if this is too big or not. I mean, usually these lighthouses can be pretty dang big because, in order for the boats to see it, they gotta be, pretty big and pretty tall. I think only 4, actually. I changed my mind. I think I'm only gonna do 4. Like that. And with the diagonal house, I think that'll make it even better. Like, adds to the design here. Which reminds me, I think I'm going to leave that part open just for a little door. Do I want to do an interior? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do an interior for this whole time. I think what I'll do is... if I just kind of place a bunch of stuff, right? You know me, I like patches of my texturing. Randomized patches like that. But if I put the cobble more towards the bottom here, right? Now here's where it will get a bit more randomized instead of like planned. Okay. I don't want to do too much because I still want to add the mossy cobblestone in there as well. Just a little bit there, I think, is good. Yeah, we're kind of replacing it a bit. You know, we are replacing a lot of the other blocks. But I think it needs that. And now the regular stone brick will go towards the top. And this is where the majority of it will be. Gonna cut out some of the mossy up top. Okay. Some nice aged withered texturing. I will add some over here as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. If I put more of the cobble up on the second layer, I think that'll also do some good. It needs more like cobble up top. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's much, much better. And now what I'm going to do, just to add a little extra flair and a little extra, you know, pop of detail. I think that works. Now the fun part. I'm going to grab some concrete. Some red as well. Here's going to be the actual lighthouse itself. Here we go. Now, the big question is, how tall do we want to make this? I mean, compared to the base here, it has to be pretty tall. I think if we did something like, if we went up, okay, I have an idea. Okay, so if we went up 8 blocks, I think, and then we bumped up in, like we moved in a layer. But realistically, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We'll just go ahead and fill this in a while. Gonna go ahead and get rid of a lot of this too, because I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know if this will be good. Well, I know it'll be good. Sorry, that's not what I was trying to say. I don't know if this will be good, as in, like, I don't think these little extra corners there will be good to put in it. What the? Oh, there's a village. I just saw the guy was getting sidetracked, but yeah, I saw this guy just wandering around, and I didn't realize there was a village right there. I thought he was just thought he was just a wanderer. It's very red right now, I will say. Holy moly. This thing's gonna be huge. Holy cow. I might ixnay. Depending on how long this takes, I might scrap the house. Depending on how long this takes. I plan on going up 3 layers. I don't know if that'll be enough, but each one will be 8 blocks tall. And I'm thinking to myself, ooh, this thing is huge. I might have to bring it in a little bit. Was that 4? And do you guys remember those really, really old Minecraft books that was like the Redstone Guide, the Survival Guide? It's like basically, people have posted videos and uploaded videos on it where it's like beating Minecraft the way Mojang intended, and it's like those books. Well, apparently, like, there was a building, and apparently this is the fastest way to build a house, or build anything really of scale, is just to build like 3 blocks tall. But I don't know, I think if you're placing it at the same rate and just going around, I feel like it would take the same amount of time. Would it not? Okay. Yeah, this thing's about to be huge. So, just because I'm gonna just ixnay the house idea and just build the massive lighthouse itself. Now I gotta bring this in a little bit. If I take it up 3 layers, I think that'll be good, actually. Because they are getting significantly smaller each level. And again, it's very, very red and very, very ugly, and I know, and I apologize for that. But don't worry, we're gonna add the... I'm debating. I don't know if I want to do the spiral or just the... I might do the spiral just so I can challenge myself a bit more when it comes to that. At 5. Let's try this tactic again. I mean, let's see how well it works. Here we go. It ain't looking too bad from the back. I mean, from afar. I think this might be the last level I do, just simply because it'll be the end of like the 5 block wide part. Did I do that right? I did do 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looking good. All right. All right. I could get by that. I could get behind that. Nice, nice, nice. Now here's where it starts to get a bit different because there is the like level where build up and up and up. I just got to find materials for the actual like top part of the lighthouse, and I'm thinking of doing like a white or like a pale oak top. At least the whatever goes into like the bottom here, like the big disc. And that I might take out to not the same, like I might do, I don't know. We'll see what happens here, but I'm thinking if we got 2 layers, that's pretty tall, right? Or I could go out 1 more layer. See what that looks like. So something like that, right? I guess we'll find out. We'll see if this is too small or too big. It might be a bit too big. I wonder if I just make the circle more circular. If that makes sense. Like that. Yeah, that kind of helps a little bit. That kind of helps a little bit. I'll tell you what I could also do. So it bleeds well together. I could do some deep slate. I think I'm going to do some deep slate bricks and just add supports. That might be a good way to go. If I did sort of a... something like this. Something simple. Not that simple. That kind of shows some supports, right? If we did that all around, I actually want to see what it looks like from the sides first. Before I do anything else. See what that looks like from the sides. Not bad, actually. Okay, it does bring it together quite nicely. So if we stick to that little bit. Thinking that might work. To the other side. Now, here's one thing I kind of want to do to add a bit more detail to this. And that is with the trapdoors. Whoop, whoa, whoops. Okay. We took a trapdoor here. I'm thinking spruce. Kind of did something like that. I wonder what this will look like. And I think I'll add it to the sides here as well. And I think this will look pretty good. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Not bad at all. It just adds like this. The purpose is to add like this extra level of support. So if we took the bottom to, ooh, I wonder, actually. Might be getting carried away here with a lot of this, but if we added even more support to it, with the trapdoors and the slabs, I missed a spot. Okay, that's pulling everything more together. That is, I'm liking how that's looking. All right, now here's where I want to add the fences. At the top. Okay. I'm liking how this is looking. I think the last, not the, no, well, the very last thing to do. Not the very last thing to do, sorry. It's last thing to do structurally is do the light part of the lighthouse. I think I want to do, ooh, I have an idea. Check this out. This will add a nice effect. Or do I want to do yellow? We'll try both. We'll see how both look. Especially at night with shaders. I think that'll make it look fantastic. But at the bottom, I kind of just want to do black wool. And I think this has to go pretty tall. Like, this has to go up pretty tall. Thinking like 5. At least 5. Maybe even 6. I don't know for sure. But here's my little plan, okay? We took that. And again, all about the extra bit of detailing. I think I'm going to do some blackstone just for the funsies. And now I'm going to grab some glowstone. Because that is the most, like, light block. Or I could do a frog light. Or I don't know if I want to go classic with the frog lights or not. And the goal is to put this part back. Okay. I could probably make it a bit taller. All right, let's finish up this house actually with some dark oak. And we're gonna see. Oh, oops. I think this is enough. If we did this out, only about that much. It doesn't need to be huge. Because we still have to put the stairs in as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I honestly can't remember if... I think lighthouses, they can come in different shapes and sizes, you know. Some of them have like a pointed top. Some of them have, I've seen with like an A-frame roof. But I'm going to go with the pointed top because it does make the whole thing look taller in the end. Okay. And if we took it a little bit farther by adding a brick or a block. So I've been playing with Legos too much, so I'm like, let's add a brick, let's add this, let's add that. Again, the plan is to make this look super, super tall. Okay. So far, so good, I think. Big I think on that. I'm not gonna do like a super sharp point because I don't want it in. I don't want it to look like I'll go witch hat in the end. I don't want it to look silly, so I think I'm gonna do like one more block in between, and then add like a big tall thing. So that might be the end of that. But if I took this now, then did something like that at least. Let me find a slab. Okay. Now I gotta find a wall. Which I think I'm just gonna do a simple, that one. And a fence, which do I want to stick to the theme? No, I'm gonna add some different range of color. All right, and then classic little redstone torch on top. Let's see what that looks like from afar. Not bad. Okay, that's not terrible, not terrible. In hindsight, we could have made this base part a bit bigger. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I forgot to do my little trick here with the glass. I just kind of want to see what this looks like. I'll turn on shaders and... Oh, oops. And change it to nighttime. And see what this looks like. Okay, not too bad as far as the way it looks, but let's try with some shaders. Okay, not too bad, not too terrible. Not bad at all. I kind of want to see what the yellow. I wonder what yellow would look like. I think that would look pretty cool. Turn those off. Go back to, we'll do yellow. I just hope this doesn't look too weird, you know, like the yellow. I don't want it to look too, like, mustardy. However, I will keep this white glass because it'll look like... You kind of look like a... what am I thinking of? Just like a shine. I'm already liking the way the yellow looks. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, again, and with that white shine there, let's see what that looks like with shaders on. Okay, I love it. I love it. Like, imagine being a boat down in the water, right? And you see that lighthouse. Ooh-wee, it's looking good. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, now the fun part. We get to do the spiral. Now, I'm not so sure how to approach this. I'm not going to lie. I think I might do the white concrete. I should have planned this part out at least first. But if I did this, right? And I took it. Oh, nope. Boom. Like so. Say every 2 blocks, I'll shift. I'm thinking this will do good. So then this will be like that. My issue is with it being 4 blocks, but it kind of will give off the 5, I hope. Or worst case scenario, the red will just be a bit wider. Which honestly, that's fine. Or should we go like one more? Let's see what happens. I think there's too many moving parts for it to really like tell, being like, wait a minute. Qualcomm, this is 4 blocks and the white. Well, you guys know, of course, because I'm explaining it to you, but. Ooh, that's good. That's good, actually. That's good. Then we'll do pow-pow, 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 pow-pow. And again, it'll fix itself over as we get closer to the top. So I might have to, like, adjust the... I might have to adjust the white so it will fit. If I boom, 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 boom. Ah, okay. Maybe not so much. I'll tighten it up a little bit more towards the top. Without a doubt. Take that and... Okay. I am liking what I'm seeing so far. Now, my question I ask myself is, how am I going to kind of bring it up to be a bit... Like, how am I going to taper it in as it gets to the top? Because I don't want it to affect the spiral. But I don't also want it to make, like, a weird odd number. And here's where I'm kind of, because this is going to get a bit tight. Like, we evened it out, actually, up here. So we might have to go 3 a little bit, I think. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did even it out at the top. And it's kind of working. It's working very well, actually. This spiral bit. Let's see. If we just did, hypothetically, boom, boom, right? Boom, boom, and boom, boom. Aha, okay. We'll have to taper that in, and this is how we transition from the 3 to the 4, or the other way around, the 4 to the 3. Because how it tapers in like this, and we can break that block. See, but now we're up to 3 and 3. Ah, see. See. We're looking good. We're looking good. Some of these things just happen naturally, and then some things you really got to work at. I'm kind of wiping my brow, being like, woo, thank God this was like an easy task instead of a ridiculous trying to figure it out and then like trial and error, which I do like figuring out that like fun trial and error moments, but like stuff like this, I'm not so sure. But we're almost there. Get rid of that there too. Now we can boom, 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 boom. Ba-boom, boom, boom, ba-boom. Ba-boom. Okay, I like how that's looking. We took that there. Now, is this the same with the 3? It is the same with the 3, I think. No, it's not. But that's okay. Honestly, it's the last layer, so it's fine if it's, like, the last. If the numbers aren't perfect, that's okay. Ooh. Maybe it isn't perfect. I messed something up. Did I mess something up? No, everything's fine. It is an odd number, so I don't even think I could fix this if I wanted to. So it is just the question of, like, either the white's off or the red's off, you know? I already made up my mind, so we're good. Okay. Just for continuity, I'm gonna just keep that right there. For the sake of continuity. Okay, last little bit here. Put that right up there. Perfect. Ah! Oh, that actually scared me. I don't know why that scared me. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. We might... Okay, so with the trial and error... Ooh. 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 Okay, so this top, the red line, it actually comes full circle, actually, okay? Because I'll tell you what. The top of the... Like, the bottom of it is a block thicker than the white. So that would make sense that the white is a block thicker than the red up at the top. I think it looks fine. The spiral is very nice. I am very pleased with myself as far as the spiral goes. I'm liking the way this is looking, especially from afar. That's looking quite nice. But we got to texture it now, which, you know, we love texturing. So let me grab some of the red wool, red concrete powder, because that's really the only thing I can use for the red, because there really isn't any more, like, super, super red blocks. I am a bit more, like, I'm able to do more with the white, because the white concrete powder is a bit blah. So I could do some calcite as well, if that works. We'll see. We'll see if that works at all. But let me just place some of the wool for that. This one I am kind of going to be doing a bit more of a randomized thing. Like, my texturing, the way I like to texture in large areas is like, through patches of different color. Like, we have here, like, it's like a patch of that and a patch of this. But for stuff that's, like, narrow and, like, it doesn't really cover a lot of, like, surface area. Like, in the long run it does, but, like, in the general vicinity of, like, you know, this part here, the width is not enough to do, like, big patches. So it is going to be, admittedly, at a bit of a random. And I'll tell you what, texturing this is going to be way easier than texturing the hot air balloon, because there isn't as many, like, open, empty spaces. So if I wanted to put the concrete powder, I could put it in a bunch of places up here, and I don't have to worry about it falling, so I don't have to be too selective with where I put the powder. Thinking we're pretty good shape. Ooh, that's a bit too much. I got carried away there. Looking spiffy. Spiffy, spiffy, spiffy. Now time for the red concrete powder. And again, it is so nice being able to just place it, not have to worry about it falling. Which all I have to do, I only have to worry about, like, a few blocks that I don't want to place it in instead of, oh jeez, instead of a bunch of other blocks. Like, I think that's good, and I don't have to worry about placing it, like, obviously if I place it down there, it'll fall. And that's okay. If that's all I have to worry about, then I'm certainly not complaining. You know what? I went on a whole tangent about how, like, oh, I don't need to do patches for this, but I am kind of still doing them in patches. Which is fine. Which is 100% okay. You gotta live a little. Live dangerously. Break the rules. Okay, that's looking so far so good. So far so good. I can feel myself getting better with the building, like the texturing. Oh, oops. Ah, I see. I didn't think about that. We're just gonna... Pow! Boom! Sometimes I forget. But I get better with texturing. I can feel myself getting better, which is nice. Because, like, honestly, this is the whole point of this series here, is that I can just kind of build and have you guys watch. And you kind of get, like, an insight into my thought process here. But also, over time, I'm hoping that this makes me better at building. And, you know, practice makes perfect. So, like, I have a feeling, of course, over time, I will get better with techniques and better at building. And that is the end goal here. And it'll be nice to, like, see the process and the progress of all these videos, like, lining up. Again, and also drop in the comments below what builds you want me to do as well. Because I'm always looking for a challenge. Because if I just build, like, simple stuff that I want to build, I already have, like, an idea of how to build it. So if someone tells me to build, like, the Death Star, example, not actually going to build the Death Star, I think that would be so much fun because I've never built something like that and never even thought about building something like that either. So that'll be super fun as well. It provides a nice challenge, and you get to see, like, my building process and, like, how I visualize it and how I would attack it. Or my approach, I should say, instead of attack, you know. Less violent words. Up, 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 and left, left, left. Up, right, down, set, deep, up, boop. Again, the white concrete powder is a bit more... I mean, the white concrete is a bit, like, dull and muted, almost. You guys see that? Which, again, that's fine. Our goal is just to go around and just texture a little bit. I'm trying to leave more open spaces because... with the concrete powder going there, if I know somewhere's gonna be, like, I don't want to overfill it and then have to get rid of a lot of it. Which I think I'm doing a pretty good job here. Okay. Okay. Oh, see, I got carried away again. There's a bit too much. If we took this, boom, 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 bing, bing, bing. There we go. That there, yep. Okay. And the last way I can go up, up, up. Boom, now time to add the concrete powder, which I think is even brighter than the... Oh, no, 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 okay. So the concrete powder kind of has a nice subtle in-between when it comes to the concrete and the wool. It's a nice, like, block. It's a nice transitional block. If I, just in theory, if I added the calcite... might be a bit too much. It changes it a bit too much. So I won't be adding the calcite in there. Especially because I want to keep it even with the red. There isn't many red blocks to do. So if I were to put more textured blocks in the the white, I don't think that would look very good in comparison to the red. Like, I think it would clash too hard and make the red stand out more, but in a bad way. Oh, forgot about that. Kind of placing. Boom. Boom. We're kind of hearing, are we hearing Mice on Venus again? I think this is the third time we're hearing Mice on Venus. Which is fine. I mean, Mice on Venus is my favorite, but I'm waiting for that, like, super class, the good creative, you know, Arya Math. Boo, 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 boo. But I do like Mice on Venus. It's very, like, it's a very classic feel. It's very nostalgic. It makes me think of, like, Xbox Minecraft. Not too bad. It does just look like simple texturing, which is, honestly, that's okay. I do like that. Especially when it comes to, like, the colors. When you come, like, with wood and, like, actual structured blocks, I think it's easier to texture those and make it actually look like it's part of the build, you know? And, like, this is, like, gradient and texturing and all this fun stuff. But when it comes to these solid colors, I feel like definitely it's just a matter of texturing, making not everything one solid color. Which I think this is good. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. That is nice. Okay, one last thing I want to do is I might consider, even though, like, all this is about to get covered, but I just want to see what this looks like. One block taller. Just one block taller. Because, like, one block could mess up the perception of, because each layer of the colors before moving up is 8 blocks tall. Will that mess it up a bit, or does it change it, or is it not really noticeable? Okay, it's honestly not very noticeable. So with that, I'm actually going to keep it then, because if this isn't noticeable, I mean, then what's the point in putting it back? So I'm going to just continue texturing it just a little bit more, adding more form to the top, actually, so the top is more stable and connected. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. And I like the idea of the green kind of building up. I think I'm going to build an entryway now for this house. Now, this will match the top. Now, here's where I'm going to use the calcite, actually. I think calcite is the perfect block for this, as well as the diorite. Yes, perfect. If I did something like that, right? And then I took the dark oak, huh? And this was just the traditional A-frame house. I'm going to move this up a block, too. Like that. Now the question is this going to be too tall? I don't think so. So even though we didn't do the house, we opted not to do, like, the actual house part of the lighthouse off to the side. I think this will do it justice either way. So now if I did that, and then that, and then maybe that a bit, it'll add that extra bit of texture. I'll add some slabs. Beautiful. You know, I might just do that instead. I think that looks better. Yeah, that I think does it more justice. Now here's where the diorite comes in, just to get more texture. We love texturing. And I will do some diorite stairs as well. There. And then I want to see what this looks like from the bottom. Oh, that is trippy. Whoa. I'm not going to do an interior just because for the facade of it, I think it would work out better like this. I think I'm going to use spruce because spruce is a good wood. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Bow, 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 bow. Not looking too bad. I think. Because you have a lookout. Oh, that's awesome. That is huge. I mean, this is how, like, I was worried about this being too big. But aren't lighthouses, like, usually massive like this? Right? Like, they gotta be. Because, like, they gotta be seen from far away. Like, imagine if I'm all the way out, right? And say, all the way out on a boat, okay? And say, hypothetically, we're down here. And say it is, I want to say, oh, it's a bit darker. Maybe even a bit more dark. Like that. Okay? And say the weather is raining. Okay? And then say it's shader-wise. Oh, that looks incredible. Oh, and the red light up top. That looks awesome. You need to see that. And the yellow. I love the way the yellow looks. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. That is the most beautiful, beautiful. Not the most beautiful, but I gotta be honest. I'm in love with the way this turned out. Let me turn off shaders. Let me, weather clear. Let me change it back. And make it daytime yet again. I'm very, very proud of what we've done here today. I think, this definitely... I kind of want to build something like this in my Forever World, or maybe even the Craftworks SMP. But that will have to do it for this episode. I really, really enjoy doing this for you guys. Like, I love this series of just sitting back, relaxing, and just building whatever I want. Well, with that being said, you guys have a great day, and be safe out there.